Hiya anybody, it's Luppi here, and here's today's daily challenges in Super Mario 35. Clear 2 courses in a single 35-player battle. Target and send enemies to lowest time 30 times. Defeat 200 enemies. I feel like I'm living my own waking nightmare. Fairly easy ones. We beat 8-4 yesterday for a second time. Let's keep that ball rolling, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. I'm not excited, but I'm here. As are you. Thank you. This would be a really cool game to stream. Maybe not now that Congress has passed a bill that will give us all a little bit extra, not everyone, but we'll give some people a little extra money. And we'll also kill streaming, maybe? I don't know. Like, with all the money Amazon has, you'd think they wouldn't let anyone attack something that hurts one of their revenue streams, but what do I know? I'm not the guy who lobbies. I'm just the guy who hobbies, you know? It's interesting. But on the other hand, it's not really. I'm sure Twitch and YouTube will figure out ways to weasel out of, like, their legal obligations. I'm sure of it. And who knows, maybe this bill will be found to be unconstitutional somehow. Not like it stopped Congress before, but I'm sure someone will actually, like, someday we'll get a judge or someone in Congress who actually knows how to do something a little more modern. And that half the country doesn't hate for no reason. You know, someday we'll get the whole package. Loved by everyone, knows what's up, not a dinosaur. To be fair, I would vote for Barney. I would vote for Barney or Littlefoot. Cannot vote in good conscience for an 80-year-old person who doesn't know how to use emails, you know? And that may seem a little ageist, but if you have to take a test to drive, and if you have to take, like, all these other random things, like, I don't know, I feel like the government should be a little, we should care more who's running for government and who is a government official than businesses care for, like, who they get to, like, hire and stuff, you know? Because it's an important thing. It really is. And hopefully, taking this to a slightly ageist place isn't too dark for you as we approach Christmas. I know a lot of people can't see their families, and that a lot of people have lost their family. Some people have lost their entire families. Like, this has been an unprecedented season for pretty much everyone who's alive right now. Other than, like, the 4 people that are over 100 years old, you know? I mean, there's more people over 100 years old than that, it's just... It seems like a really small number of people who remember the influenza outbreak of, like, 1918. Or 17, or 19, I don't know. Whatever number it was. Can't wait for the Roaring 20s too. Instead of outlawing the booze, they outlawed the streaming. That's awesome. I mean, no it's not, but... Can't wait to see all those bootlegged streams. Can't wait to commit a violence against whoever's policing online streaming. Oh man. The things that we say that sound so dumb, but are actually really topical. Like, if you would have told me, hey, everything that's gonna determine, like, all the major things in your adult life, it's just really stupid word salad garbage, I would have said, that sounds horrific. Also, what? And now I get to live in the situation where, yeah, it's always just, how can we make things worse? then we do it. I don't know. My guess, as an uneducated person, would be the main reason that companies want to attack Twitch and YouTube is because they want some of that sweet, sweet cash they think is being stolen from them. Or they're realizing that this is a way for anybody, literally anybody, to actually get a leg up on the financial situation. And they don't like that. I don't know. One's kind of a conspiracy theory, the other's kind of just business as usual in the old America. All I'm saying is, we need to get young people elected into Congress. That's the thing. You only have to be 25 to run in the House of Representatives. And I think you have to be like 30 to run as a senator. So if you're in your 30s, like, run. I don't even care who you are. As long as you're not a Nazi and as long as you're not like... As long as you know how to as long as you know how to use an email, like, I don't give a crap. You're probably better than literally anybody we have for the most part. Like, why the heck is... I don't know. I'm always, like, curious. Because the way some of these, like, especially the conservative politicians talk, like, they hate their jobs. And nobody should be doing it. And it's like, then why don't you just work to get rid of it instead of running every year? Like, every 2 to 4 years, you know, or 6 years or whatever. Man, I need to brush up on, like, American political process here. I am sounding very ignorant. And I am, but... To be, in my defense, I am playing a game that's eating up like 80% of my concentration right now. And I'm talking. Which is something that also eats up a large chunk of my brain's capacity. So, those are my excuses. Why I'm not better at this stuff. Oh dear. That was I mean, it's not unexpected, it's kind of just the game at this point. Oof. I saw that. Top right, Mario. It's a move I do all the time. Missing the flag and landing on a piranha plant. If this wasn't Super Mario 35, it'd be comical. Get a laugh track up in there. Now that would be a cool thing to do. Edit out the main screen, just have the little small screens, and just have like laugh tracks and like boos and like cheers and stuff, you know, the classic sound effects. That'd be interesting. I feel like that would be good content. Better content than just listening to me rant about semi-topical or personal stuff for an hour and a half. Sometimes it's not even that much. Sometimes it's even longer. I don't know how long is too long, and I'm afraid to ask at this point, because I know I've already crossed that line. Somehow. Oh dear, that was good, that worked out, cool. It usually doesn't. Nice. But yeah, so that's what's going on. I'm glad to get my $600 at some point, maybe. But if I don't, that's also okay. It means another month of unemployment. Neato. Neato burritos. This undead life continues through January, I guess. Neat. And that's if I don't want to change my lifestyle. I could drastically change my lifestyle and keep going until like February or March. But that would be a sacrifice on my part. And I can't do that. And honestly, none of us should have to sacrifice. We have more than enough resources for everyone. And I definitely say this as a person, like, full context. Like, I have never spent more than $150 on a TV. I've gotten most of my TVs, like, they're old. Old Amazon, like, used ones, or eBay used ones. Didn't have a smartphone until literally, like, last year. Like, I was using a flip phone until literally 2019. Which is funny. Until you think about it. And then you're like, how? Well, I just never... I'm not gonna say I never got into texting because, like... With certain people, yeah, I did, but... For the most part, not really. It's not a part of my skill set. My social, like, awareness really doesn't allow it to be a part of a thing. That was a horrible sentence to say. That means nothing. So, like, I grew up... And I made mention of this before, that my first computer was the Nintendo Wii. Like, it's a fun sentence to say. Like, my first PC was the Nintendo Wii. Kinda rhymes, it's kinda neat. But I kinda missed out on, like, online message boards and emails. I mean, not emails, like everybody emails, but it's just not a part of my day-to-day thing. It's just one of those things you have to do sometimes that stresses me out. That's how I view it. So, from my perspective, I never really needed more than a flip phone or cell phone, you know. And yeah, it sucks, because like sometimes you get people where their phones wouldn't send text to mine, because it was a simple flip phone. Or I wouldn't be able to read, like, people's emojis. Or if they sent me a picture, you know, like people do, to the friends, it would just send me a blank image, you know. Living in a supposed first world nation. And to be fair, oh dear, what am I doing? I screwed that up. So dumb. Should've waited. Like, I know to wait. I just don't do it anymore. I had a few, like, miracle moves where I did that and I just jumped through everything and was like, oh, cool. And now that's just the game, I guess. Being a total ding-dong is the game. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be fun to watch people on social media, like, shame people for... I don't know, like, $600 isn't gonna, like, pull very many people out of debt. It's not gonna save very many lives. $600 a week? For, like, the rest of the year? And then the rest of 2021? I mean, that would help, definitely. But... like, they literally threw us out to dry for months. Like, that's the thing, it was months. Like, never forget that. If you're a young person, like, never forget that dinosaurs literally said you could die. You don't deserve to live. And that's not what they said literally, but, like, I don't know, there's a thing such as context, subtext, and the subtext of not doing everything you can to get money into the hands of people who can't work because you told them they can't. Like, I don't know. If you want a happy, like, population, you need to grease those wheels, buddies, you know? Like, bread and circuses only go so far. But that's political commentary from a guy who's not a political commentator. Has never spent any time in any place outside of, like, the state he was born in, so I'm fairly ignorant. I'm the exact group of people that I rail against all the time. I really am. Like, sometimes I think, like, the only reason I'm not a Trump supporter is, like, I enjoy my life. That's it. I'm not afraid of things. I'm afraid of all kinds of things, just not people things. Like, existential crises just means you're a weak person. And that's a weakness you can improve on. Like, the universe is going to end. And for a more like real existential crisis, like, everything on your computer at some point will be lost. Either to you or to someone else. And it doesn't matter. I mean, it does to you, because those memories and those documents and all those stupid porn tabs, they mean something, right? It would really suck to lose them all. A significant portion of you have already lost everything at least once in your life. A significant portion of you probably have lost everything on a technology multiple times in your life, and you're still not doing anything to back it up. So, like, what are you doing with your time and your energy, you know? Not to shame people for not, like, backing up stuff, but we live in the age of the cloud. Granted, that means Google and Apple and other companies know literally everything about you, but heads up, they already did. They already do. And they're still gonna sell your information no matter what, so. If it means you have your memories of a vacation, or that really cool book you're writing, like anything that staves off despair is great. And I guess that's why I can kind of see why the far right grew what it did. Because there's a lot of people without hope. There's a lot of people without options. And there's a lot of people who don't want to hear that it's kind of their own fault for being in that situation. And on one hand, it's not. Like, you don't choose where you're born. And while you can choose when you stay, like, not everybody has those options. Like, it's not fair to say that, yeah, you can just move. Like, that's not always a thing that can happen. You never know the financial costs that are going in people's lives, and you never know, like, all the other, like, intangible costs. Like, it's real easy for me to play this game for an hour, but that's an hour I could have spent doing literally anything else. And I can guarantee that a significant portion of that anything else would be literally better for me as a human being. And those kinds of, like, dumb, not really calculations, but actually kind of are calculations are happening all the time in everybody's brain, in everybody's life, every day, every moment. And I don't want to, like, bog you down with, like, horrible, scary stuff. But the world's big. And that's a cool thing. I believe that the world being big and having a lot of different people in it is inherently a good thing. And if it can't be a good thing, then it's probably at least a neutral thing. Being afraid of people is kind of dumb. Sure, for every, like, 5 old church ladies, there's a racist church lady. Or for every, like, for every Bernie Sanders, there's a, like, Ted Cruz. But I don't know. There's still pineapples. There's those dumb, like, slugs that eat fruit really slowly. Like, crabs dance. Like, the world's full of weird, magical, dumb shit. Find the thing that makes you happy. And then find a way to capitalize on that, I guess. Ruin it so that nobody else can enjoy it in the future. But make sure you get a lot of money for it. If you're kind of wondering where, like, my ethics and morals lie, in the grave, mostly, you know? But, I don't know, my ethics and morals are pretty much firmly in the realm of, if it can't help people, it's probably neutral at best, or outright, like, harmful at worst. And that's not always I don't know, that's kind of a scary thing to be. Because, yeah, that is definitely a slippery slope. And there are definitely ways and people who will abuse that. I try not to be. But at the same time, being a stickler about imaginary rules is always, like, a very scary kind of person to be. That's how I feel. Don't be a moralizer. But also try not to be a demoralizer either. They're two very different things. Though they have similar effects on society. Okay. Oop. Yeah, I screwed that one up for myself too. Neat. Like, a moralizer is someone who judges people. Pretty much, that's all you really are. If you're a moralizer, you're someone who judges people. You make judgments based on what you assume is character or lack thereof. Like, don't be a moralizer. Demoralizers, though, are people who explicitly seek to demotivate people. They're not always chaotic evil, but they definitely are chaotic neutral in the best of situations. And they're generally a group of people that's not really a group, but a category of people that I personally don't want to deal with. Like, I don't know. I get enough trouble out of people who are unintentionally wrenches in my own plans. I really don't need people who are going to be intentionally throwing stuff into the works and hoping something borks the whole machine of Luppi's life. I hope none of you experience that kind of stuff, because people who intentionally do it, and people who intentionally do it well, are some of the worst people to deal with. Not quite sociopaths, but still. Very low regard for and I guess the difference between a demoralizer and a sociopath would be a demoralizer actually has a very high regard for how their actions affect other people. It's just they find enjoyment in making people, like, squirm and suffer. And ruining people's dreams. You know? Like, they are the living epitome of the Joker's statement that one bad day can, like, ruin a person. And they don't really care about that. They just care about, like, ruining your day. And like I say category because they're not a group of people. There's not, like, a united foundation of demoralizational people or whatever. Well, that would be an interesting group. Like, to study. From a purely anthropological, like, viewpoint, that'd be really neat. From a, like, human being dealing with, living in and dealing with society, that would be horrible. Like, we already have enough groups of people that are fairly demoralizing on their own. We don't really need one that's their entire mission statement. But at the same time, isn't there room enough in this wide, big world for everyone? Oh boy. And I want to say yeah, but I also want to be like, eh. I feel like there's room enough for people who aren't gonna, like, I don't know. I don't know what I want to say here. I guess what I'm trying to say is I appreciate earnestness in people who try. That's just, in general, you know, someone who comes from a place of, like, genuine, like, interest or genuine effort is always gonna be, like, a person I enjoy to be around. Because most people don't really get that far. And while that doesn't mean, like, they're not trying hard, and doesn't mean that they don't care, and that doesn't mean that, like, they're bad people, it's just most people, like, are lacking. In a very vague and mean way, to put it. Like, I don't know. You ever meet people, and it seems like they shouldn't be able to get through their life day to day? Or do you meet people and you wonder how they even remember their own name? And this isn't an intelligence thing, this is just a consideration thing. I'm sure everybody's met people like that. And sometimes those people... And it's always really interesting, like, this is my favorite part about these people, like, they all have their own interests, like, they have their own lives. So, like, if you find something that, like, actually gets them engaged, like, they can be awesome to be around. Like, that's the thing about people. You get them engaged and, like, they're capable of amazing things. Not always great things, not always good things, but engaged people are capable people. But only in like one direction. Like if you got people engaged in a thought process, like, good, you got thinking people. If you got people engaged emotionally, you probably got a mob, you know? Like, congratulations, you can break down stuff, I guess. I don't know. It's hard to be open-minded when you are a moralizing jerk. Like, that's the takeaway from me to you, as a moralizing jerk, as someone who's fairly judgmental, and also fairly egotistical when I'm not constantly failing. Like, the moment I'm allowed to be egotistical, I get very, very egotistical very quickly. That's why I like video games. Well, not always, like, I like video games because they're a good release for a lot of things, but I do enjoy them because they do keep the old ego pretty low. I'm not good at them. Like, I don't play them for my mental health. I just play them because I enjoy them. I can't imagine playing video games for my mental health, but I'm sure some people do. I'm sure people need their, like, stress relief Animal Crossing, or stress relief, like, Sims World, where they just kill everybody. We've all been there. We've all had a game where all you did was just ruin people's lives in-game. I get it. Doesn't make you a bad person. Life's cruel and hard, and people are very determined to make it even worse, usually. Or at the very least, like, not help it. Like, I don't know. Most people just want to get through their own day-to-day, like, stories and struggles. Oof. Luigi took a shell to his tum-tum. Like, tum-tum is a really weird phrase because I only see it in fiction. I don't think I've ever heard a person say it for realsies in real life. But I hear it enough in fiction where it's like stuck in my mental toolbox of words. You know, the thing that you would otherwise call like a dictionary. And I use it occasionally, but I always feel really dumb when I use it. Like, it's a really... I don't know, it's in that weird spot where it's not quite juvenile and it's not quite adult. It is what it is. Like, it's a shortening. It's got a very simple, very funny word in it repeated. Tum-tum. I don't feel comfortable using it as a 30-year-old adult person. If I can inspire younger people to make it popular, that would be a bit too far, you know, for society. I think that wouldn't be a good thing at all. So please do it anyways. Ignore my pontificating on tum-tums. At least it's not political, right? It always goes back. It always does. It's just, there's always some new shit to stir. There's always some new horrible thing happening. A new injustice. New overlooking. Helping people. What am I doing? The clock is red. I'm a fool. Big fool over here. I don't like this either way. Neat. That's all I really needed. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, that's not what I really wanted. Thank you. We're down to 2. My timer is full. Is that person an 8-4? Oh my goodness. Have I been betraying myself this whole time? Could I have been an 8? Yeah, they're an 8-4. I can tell. Well, that's not cool. That's not very cash money of you people. Okay, I'm gonna continue running through this like my life depends on it. Yeah, I don't care. Because I don't have to. Cool. Neat. The pipes are good because they freeze the timer for a bit. At least I hope that's what they do. I don't know. Okay. 8-3. So close. Why'd I do that? Gosh darn it. Real ding-dong hours here. Okay. Not really what I want. I'm not seeing any scary enemies. Cool. But I am seeing that I almost killed myself. Cool. I'm not seeing an excess amount of my favorite enemies, Hammer Brothers. I am seeing that I need to kinda actually use this timer. Cool. Neat. Give me something great, friend. One of us is gonna fall, and it's probably gonna be me. Definitely gonna be me. Oh dear. I almost did a bad thing. I mean, I'm constantly in the... Really? Oh wow. Was not expecting that. Oh my goodness. It's always nice when I haven't used up all my coins. Oh man. Neato. Patman. You are a strong contender. You were a good adversary. We were alone for a significant amount of time. I feel like I know you. I wouldn't be able to, like, recognize you out of a lineup, but I had fun. It was enjoyable. Don't look at me like that. I wish I could get to 8-4, though. I guess I just have to learn to play better. Really hope the wind doesn't catch on the microphone. I don't think it can, but I can hear it over my headphones. It's really blowing. I'm really feeling it. I need to learn how to play Shulk in Super Smash Bros. I never did. Well, I never really played, like, Smash for Wii U. And, like, a lot of characters were too small on the 3DS for Smash for 3DS. That's my excuse. That's what made me a Bowser main. Bowser and Ganondorf, because I could actually see them, because they were huge. Like, trying to play Pikachu on the 3DS was just a little bit too much. Oof. When they tell you not to believe the fool, but they don't know the fool is you. Oops. Well, that's life. I suppose it could be better. I suppose it could be worse. We've got quite a bit of time. Roll for safety. Okay. Not really what I was hoping for, but I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. This round's not getting off to a good start, I feel. But hey, I didn't kill myself in any of the countless ways I could have killed myself by now, so... That's fun. Should really try to do a run where you don't take any power-ups. But I don't think you'd be able to win. I don't think you'd be able to get very far. Or at least I wouldn't be able to, I don't know. I'm sure there's some ding-dong on YouTube who's done a no power-up like run or something. That'd be pretty wild. Please don't ask me to do something like that. You know, we already know the result of what that would be. I struggle enough when I have to, like, not start off with the fire flower, okay? When I have to build up to the fire flower goodness. Oops. And I did get some Christmas gifts wrapped today. That was cool. So, I've only got not very many things left to wrap. Like, depending on how you look at it, it's either 2 things or 5 things. It's just a really dumb way of, I haven't decided if I'm gonna separate all the things I got for one person into multiple boxes, or just stick them into one box. So they're all fairly small, and it's like, why waste the wrapping paper? Why waste the boxes? Also, I don't have any boxes small enough for this stuff. So that's unfortunate. And I could wrap it by itself, but they're all in little baggies, and that would reveal what they are. So I was hoping to get, like, small boxes. But I don't have any small boxes, so that stinks. Of course, we could go for medium-sized boxes, but that's such a waste of space. I don't know. I may just throw them into one box and just let it be. I haven't decided. I don't have many more days left to decide. There's still one more gift that has to arrive in the mail. But that's because I ordered it Sunday. Like, that's kind of what you get. Be glad you're getting it before Christmas, allegedly. And even if it doesn't show up, that's totally on me. I was kind of at a loss for what to go for, and then I saw that thing, and I was like, oh, I can order that, and that's easy peasy. So, that was my Christmas shopping this year. Did not spend I mean, I did spend a lot of money, but not as much as I usually do. Not as much as I usually do. That makes me sad. Well, that's how it goes when you're unemployed on Christmas. I feel like everybody would understand, like, a handwritten card and, like, some sort of, like, hand-drawn thingamabob or whatever, I don't know. But I've never really been a big fan of, like, giving away my art for free. As, like, a gift. For a holiday. Or a birthday. Like, if I give it away for free just because, like, I feel like it, that's fine. But holidays, I don't know. That's just me. Someone who failed to be an artist and couldn't make a living on art, so, you know. I'm not allowed to have it. Well, it's not that I'm not allowed to have opinions, it's just... Mine probably aren't indicative of, like, anything. Neat. What a way to use coins. least we don't have special battle today. That was heartbreaking. If it's gonna end up being more of that kind of stuff, I'm probably just gonna stop playing it like every day when it's available. Like, as much as I love the challenge of it, and as much as I love like the way it kind of changes up the Mario 35 routine, like, I also don't appreciate being thrown into the exact same situation multiple times when it's always a shit situation. And I know that's me being like a really picky like beggar and chooser, but yeah, you know, I'm just done with that one bullet bill level, you know? I'm just done with screwing up immediately and then having to feel like I have to get that high up fire flower, you know? Oof. Oh dear. That was laugh track worthy. Because at first, it actually looked like I pulled off something good. I got some coins, I was free, didn't lose my power up. But oh wait, didn't stick the landing. I'm sure that doesn't reflect poorly on me as a human being. Does it reflect well on my skills as someone who plays video games? No, not at all. The longer I play this, the more I'm aware, like, I'm not very good at games. And hopefully, like, nobody who watches, like, hopefully none of you guys, dear viewers, thinks that I'm good at games. Maybe that's not the point of this channel. I'm determined sometimes, occasionally. In the same way that an iguana may choose, instead of eating leafy greens, to eat an insect that comes crawling by. But I'm not very skilled. And anything I do only seems impressive because I'm willing to waste the hours to, like, get it right. Which is a skill in of itself, I guess, you know. Determination, dedication are both huge indicators of success. And while it's not a thing I've seen much or any of since leaving high school, you know. Yeah, I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people who peaked in high school. So on top of being a 30-year-old gamer, I'm also a person who peaked in high school with an arts degree. Who spends most of their day not talking. Because that's very good for building the skills you need to compete in a very competitive society. I don't know. Instead of being all competitive, why not just do the things you enjoy? Or do the things you have to do to get the bread on the table, you know? Unless you, like, need gluten-free stuff. Like, there are several diseases that cause that. Oh no, why would I do that to myself? It's unfair. Like, it's wild to read, like, what's the largest organism on the planet? And my brain goes to now, having read all these dumb fact books, you didn't say the word animal, so you're not talking about blue whales, you're talking about pando. Or you're talking about that mushroom colony. And they always are. If you don't know what pando is, here's a crash course in large, old organisms. It's a tree, but it's not just a tree, it's literally a whole forest of trees that are actually one tree genetically. Like, the root system is the same root system they share. and every, like, tree is just an offshoot of this root system. It is pretty wild to think that this genetic creature, this creature's DNA, is still alive after 80,000 years. Pando. A one-man forest. Like, imagine if humans were ever like that. If we ever unlocked, like, the ability to be multiple bodies at once. How would that work? You could argue that with our complex brains and, like, social behaviors, it probably wouldn't. And I'd believe you there. Like, oh dear. I had it twice, and then I screwed it up. Okay, I can't... Oh no. I did the thing I didn't want to do. Such is life. Escape. Nice. Oof, that's no escape. Escape. Oh, you're kind of a ding-dong. Kinda stressing me out there, Red Turtle. Ghost Red Turtle. Red Yurtle. I think before I went to bed last night, I had a really cool idea for a video game, but then I went to bed and forgot it. That always sucks, you know, when you're like, I should write that down, and then you don't, because sleep. And then you wake up, you're like, you feel the loss of the ideal you'll never have again. And because it's a dream idea, you don't know if it was good or bad. Like, I do occasionally write down, like, the ideas I have before bed, and sometimes they're really terrible. Or like when you wake up from a dream and you just write it down, and you wake up and you're like, what the heck? I don't really have any good examples of this recently. I'm sure if I went through, like, all the papers in my room, I would find a few. But I don't have any, like, off the top of my head. Oof, bad landing. By changing my speed, I trick the fish. Okay. You thought you could get me. Funny. What you don't know is, only I'm allowed to get myself. So one thing I've done recently, and I don't know if I should talk about this because it's not gonna bear fruit for a while, but I hooked up the old Wii U again, and I got the Wii Sports, you know, for the Wii, hooked up. And boy, does the Wii's graphics look terrible on the HD TV. Oh my goodness. Like, on one hand it's nice to see it full screen, but on the other hand it's like, ouch. The edges. Razor sharp. And not even like in a way that you'd find in Hot Topic, just like somebody didn't know how to use scissors. Like, you pulled out the old, like, Wild Fiskars, like, wild, like, edges, and you just went to town. I don't know, that's kind of mean, but I don't know. Technology moves on. It wasn't that long ago when I was still using the Wii U as my Netflix machine, as my primary PC. I say that, but it's been 10 years since 2010. That's wild. I mean, it's not numerically, it's just, it makes sense mathematically, like, it's been 10 years since 2010, like, no shit. What else you gonna drop down on us, Sherlock? Like, but as somebody who was born in 1990, like, it's just been pretty neat watching things change. I mean, technologically wise, like, legally wise, like, ethically wise, like, it's been pretty depressing. And And anyone who doesn't share that viewpoint isn't paying attention. That's me. Those are my feelings on the subject. Yeah, to go from the Nintendo Wii to the Nintendo Wii U to the Nintendo Switch in like 10 years. Pretty wild. I can't wait to see the next count. I can't wait to see what Nintendo's gonna try next. Because I wanna know if it's gonna be like their usual handheld outings, where they just barely improve it for more money, or if it's gonna be like a console where they actually try to like change the whole mold, you know? I can't wait. Are we gonna get a Switch 2? Oof, you betrayed me, fish. Oh, I betrayed myself. Man. What a ding-dong move. But yeah, we're gonna get a Switch 2, or are we gonna get... like... I don't know, what would you even call a new system? The next thing. That's what we're gonna call it. Tentatively. The next thing. Like, where do you even go from, like, yeah, we combine consoles and handhelds into one handy-dandy system? I don't know. It's gonna be fun, because you know Nintendo is going to make the choice that makes no sense. Like, on paper, the Nintendo Switch is a very dumb idea. Like, I really didn't... like, when they leaked it, or not they, but when someone leaked the idea of a tablet with controllers attached, I thought that was the dumbest thing ever. I'm gonna be honest. Because, like... my main gripe was, there's no way that they can set this up that it's gonna have, like, longevity. Like... it's just gonna wear out if you're constantly, like, popping those things back in and out, you know? And what if Nintendo has weird gimmicks about, like, where you place your controllers and stuff? I don't know, I didn't have much faith in Nintendo to do something, like, intelligent. It says a lot about Nintendo's choices, but also says a lot about me. But unlike, I don't know, like, I proved in the Nintendo Switch, like, I was willing to bet on it. But I also was like, on paper, this is really dumb. And I can't wait to see the other shoe drop. Which is a horror... I don't know, I feel like that's kind of realist, though. Like, there's always Whoa! There's always articles being written, like, to hype things up, but... like, when's the other shoe gonna drop? Like, nothing is really as perfect and great as it seems. And so far, the other shoe has been Nintendo's not doing anything to, like, make it more in line with other next-gen systems. And, like, their controllers are finicky beasts. Like, those are the two biggest things I feel. And, like, the fact that they don't update the like, user interface, the fact that they make you pay for an internet service that was free the previous 2 times, without improving it, really. Only offering, like, random free games that most of you would probably be perfectly willing to pay for, let's be honest. Like, I don't know how I feel about it. At the same time, if that's just something they decided to sacrifice in order to get, like, games out, in order to make sure, like, the Nintendo Switch is actually a system that third parties can use and want to use, then I guess I would rather have games to play than fancy, like, user interfaces. At the same time, I really don't like this whole, like, you get a bar, and you can turn that bar into a grid if you go all the way to the other direction. That's the only way to do it, and it's temporary. It's only there if you do it. I don't know. Not the friendliest, like, interface. Could it be worse? Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know, like, I feel like we're a little spoiled nowadays because everything's made to be, like, super friendly because there's literally millions of things vying for your attention, and the moment something takes too long or is a little annoying or just makes you think, like, man, I don't want to do anything about that, that's a lot of work. Like, you just close the app. Whereas, like, back in the day, like, you just had to suffer through it. That's one of the reasons why I like the new Pokemons over the old ones. Like, sure, I love the sprites. Like, I love classical Pokemon aesthetic so much. But, and here's my big but, I would never want to sit through and go through boxes ever again the way we had to in Gen 1 or 2. Like, and I'm gonna draw a line in the sand, I wouldn't want to do it like Gen 3 either. Like, I feel like we're a more civilized time and age. We should act like it. And I feel like in that one instance, the fact that not Nintendo, but the Pokemon Company, Game Freak, whoever decided, like, hey, let's actually change some stuff up, make it easier for people to, like, actually go through our menus, like, that's a smart choice. That's a good choice. The fact that most of that stuff happened over 10 years ago and really hasn't been improved on since, like, you know, oh well. Sometimes you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes you decide, like, hey, maybe using some sort of jet propulsion would be better for certain applications. Definitely not for general application. I don't want people to have nuclear bombs in their cars, I say, but, like, a nuclear powered car, like, I don't even know what that would be like. I've never seen, like, a design for such a thing. And who knows, maybe it'd be really neat. Maybe it'd make the world a safer, cleaner place. Or at least one that explodes a lot more, I don't know. In general, I feel like we don't live in Michael Bay's version of the world. We live in a world where when things explode, there's usually a very neat series of, like, equations that can describe why. And usually it's kind of... Wait, you know what? I never did do lowest time, did I? Also, my thing cut out, so sorry about that. It happens. Yeah, let's knock this stuff out. Or was lowest time... Was that a thing I had to do? I don't remember. I thought I knocked them all out. I'm kind of brain farting. I really haven't been paying attention. I've been too busy talking. This reminds me of... Oof. Just not a good day for old Lorg. Okay, I'm pretty sure that we completed all the missions for today. And I'm gonna play a few more rounds so I don't have, like, this little, like, 1 minute long snippet of video. Like, at least 10 minutes of video. I feel like that's fair. But I don't know. My mental train just completely jumped the track. Okay. After that one win, like, my skills went down the, like, dump truck, you know? They went down the garbage chute. Is it even fair to say I have skills at this point? I don't think so. I think that's insulting people who actually know what they're doing. Probably should have just called it then. Spared us all of this suffering. Oh well. I'm sure someone will enjoy it. There's too many people in this world for nobody to. I mean, if videos of people getting tortured can get views and likes, why can't I? Today I found out that the government uses my videos to torture people in their secret prisons. That's not a true fact, but I'd believe it. Turns out my very voice is a war crime. Neat. That would be a thing. Not a positive thing, but it would be a thing. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to yourselves? There we go. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. Neat. Now I just have to remember not to kill myself in a really dumb way. Have to remember not to jump into any holes. Oof. Not really that bad, but not really that great either. We're ahead of where we would be because we KO'd that person. That was a lucky shot though. Random chance. There's no guarantee of KOing anybody else. I feel like the 12 people left are probably very capable and smart. They know what they're doing. Far better than I ever could. Because I'm not them. I can only know what Luppi's doing. Of course. Of course. I was gonna be like, are you gonna jump? Please jump. Please, sir. Okay. Oh no, don't hurt me. I'm innocent. Until proven guilty. In a court of law. Man, we're still at 12 Marios. That's weird. That's alarming. Very alarming. Like, not in a bad way, just in a, like, what is up, my dudes kind of way. You tried to bite me. They always do. What is with that car? It's so loud. Why'd it turn around on my street? It doesn't have to. It can just go to another street. There's intersections on both ends of my street. There's no reason to turn around. I don't get it. It was very loud though. It was a very loud, probably a truck or something. Sure, it's just looking for the right house. Just probably one of those houses hidden by trees or something. Definitely all it is. No reason to pay it any further mind. Cool, cool. Oh my goodness. Of course. The day I could not kill any piranha plants, huh? Oof. Find me one of those big Toblerones, cause I'm just done. I don't know how that's supposed to make sense, but it is what it is, I guess. Well, I've given up on seeing 8-4. I'm gonna cause as much pain and destruction as I can. Whoa, buddy. Thanks for staying there. know that's what you do, so... Neat. We are down to 12 people. That's good. We're down to 8 now. And we get to destroy some piranha plants. Cool, that's gonna ruin someone's day, maybe. Allegedly. If you throw in an allegedly randomly in your sentences, really makes other people feel like you're a bit more forceful than you are. You come off as really confrontational, and if you do it randomly, like purely randomly, you're gonna seem like you're a little unhinged. So if you're going for that, like, definitely do it. Tell me how it goes. I've not really seen any real results from it, but I'm not really trying to. Alright. You're my friend. You can take care of other friends. Yes. I don't know why I just said that, like, there was no need to. It just kinda happened. Oops. Not what I want to do. Oh boy. The danger, the danger. Neat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure my brain's at the point where it's about to melt. From doing the exact same thing, from not getting that sweet, sweet dopamine on winning constantly, like, I'm starting to get antsy. Although it could just be this weird chair I'm sitting in. I don't know. Still using the new one. The new old one. It's quiet, so I like it. But also I don't know if I can trust it. And also it's large. And it doesn't quite fit in where I need it to be. So that's also, like, a consideration. But it's also got a smaller seat. So, like, the cushion I was using doesn't quite fit on it, too. It's a very weird situation. Very specific situation I'm in. With my chair. And I can't forget to mention how I still have my other chair in here, too, even though I don't have the space for both of them. Simply because I refuse to give up the other chair, too. Even though it's loud, it's very, very much more comfortable. Very ergonomic. Well, that's a thing. That's also a thing. What's with all the Goombas? Oh yeah. Nobody told me this was gonna be on the quiz. Oh boy. It's like Christmas. Except with falling turtles. Which way are you going? Freaking stay in your own lane. Thanks. I hate it. Watch me lose this in 10 seconds. Or your money back. It was a little less than 10 seconds, but you know, you get the gist. We all know. Yeah, I'm really wasting this time, aren't I? Wow. Oh, somebody got the sideways turtle. That's always a really good prognosticator of what's to come. Oof. Yikes. There we go. I can afford to be a little careless now. I say, failing to grab Fire Flower. Okay, I need you dead. I need all of you dead. Dang it. We were supposed to be the chosen ones, Luke. You were supposed to come with me and harm my enemies. I've never watched the Star Wars, so I don't know how true this is to anybody's character arc. Although I did see part of the Phantom Menace, so, you know, go Star Wars. Oh no. I guess that's fair. I don't get to pass on the beautiful wonderfulness of a sideways turtle. I did get struck by it though. This is exactly how you want that to go. Neat. This is gonna get fun real... It's not gonna get fun, it's gonna get bad real quick. Neat. Okay, we got one. So that's cool. Keep on passing on the annoying enemies. Can I don't have the time. I gotta get going. I gotta die. I need to do stuff. You're not supposed to do that to me, buddy. Oh, you killed me. You just killed me. Thanks, friend. Wow. I was panicked for nothing. Sweet. Nice. Okay. Robert? Is that Robert without the vowels, or is that Ribbert? Samuel, Jade. Like, you guys are so creative with your names. Servo. Zorbo. Bongboingo. Bongueno? Bongo-ino. Si-yeon. Goni. Swooty. FX Swooty. Dopamine. Hey, we were just talking about him. Guess that's where he went. Booper Doop. Cody. See, you guys have such great names. Jess, you were an awesome person to play against. I don't know, we didn't really, like, player 3 died and then you died, so. Yeah. This was 35 player battle. I'm at level 84. Wait, yeah, I didn't do the thingy. Well, see, I thought oh my goodness. Okay, one more round. But only to knock this out. Like any proper good person would. I knew it. I knew it in my brain that I wasn't making it up. But I doubted myself anyways. I should learn to never doubt. Okay, lowest time. I can do this. 1. Yeah, we're gonna count it out. We're gonna count every enemy we knock out. 2, 3, 4. And you know what? 'Cause I'm a jerk. We're gonna, like, speedrun this a little bit. Like, not for realsies, I'm not a speedrunner. We are gonna skip whatever we can. So we're at 4, right? 5 and 6. We're not gonna count the ghosty goos. We're just gonna do normal, colored, friendly friends. So what's that, 7? 6? I don't remember. Yeah, it's 7. 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This way, we're insured to have our 30 no matter what. Alright, I've already forgotten where I'm at, so we're just gonna hope that we get enough when I die. Thus rendering the last 2 minutes of counting worthless. It wouldn't be a Luppi day without it. It's a real Luppi move. Real demotivational, I guess. Always gotta bring it full circle. I rarely do, but sometimes I try. Maybe Congress can sign a bill to give me an extra $600. Just me and specifically. I'm sure there are a lot of people who need it more, but you're not the person on YouTube talking about stuff randomly all day. So that's why I need it. Well, I guess I can advocate for all of you too. Everybody gets an extra $600. There we go. Was that so hard? Just make it $600 a week, like... I don't know. It really is upsetting that, like, people are being left out to dry. Like, saying it like that really underscores the sheer amount of cruelty, negligence, incompetence, and... I already said cruelty, but we're gonna say it again. Cruelty. Because I think it really needs to be, like, thought about. That when people you vote for don't represent you, they're probably going to seem inherently cruel. And not all their choices are. It's not like most of the time people are choosing to support this or that because they want to hurt you specifically. But in this COVID-19 pandemic response, I think the sheer anything about it just proves how inherently cruel our system is. And we brought it back to politics once again. But this time we're railing on the system, so it's okay, right? Nobody likes the man, right? Even when the man's a woman. Or the Zodiac Killer, Ted Cruz. No longer a man. I really just like saying Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer. It makes no sense in any universe's timeline other than like the one where somehow he is, but it's funny. It's also less slanderous than like literally calling him out on anything he said or done, so there you go. And he seems to take the former way more personally than this. So there you go. If you really want to hurt Ted Cruz, call him exactly like you see him. A hypocrite who wants to pretend to be a strong, tough guy, but would literally stand up to nobody about nothing unless they were, like, women half his age on the internet. Like, if that's your idea of a strong guy, like, slow clap That's not anything at all. I don't know. It's easy to dunk on Ted Cruz, but at least he has a career. I mean, I'm sure I could have a career too if I lied to people all day and got big checks for it. And heck, he doesn't even lie to people all day. Like, I'm sure I would have to lie to people all day. Just to earn, like, a fraction of what he does. And that's no fun. Like, have you listened to people? Like, the average person's head is full of way stupider stuff than Ted Cruz says. And that's scary. But to be fair, that's because he's a, like, prestigious, like, elitist too, when, like, college-educated, university-educated, like, ding-dong, who then rails against those various same institutions because it makes the people who vote for him like him more. That's something I don't get. Like, all the people who, like, harp on liberal arts degrees and stuff are the same people with the same, like, worthless degrees. That's my biggest criticism. Well, it's not my biggest criticism, but it is definitely a criticism I have of, like, Jordan Peterson. In that, like, he rails on gender studies and stuff, but then he's also got a fairly, like, lukewarm, non-real science degree. Which is fitting for a pseudo-intellectual garbage man, but isn't really very, I don't know. It's not really what you'd expect from someone who seems to be, I don't know. Like, if you just listen to the guy, there's no real science in anything he says. Oof. But did I do the thing? That's important. Save us from political talks. Nice. I did do it. Juggalo. Burnt toast with a weird T. I'm sure it's not pronounced T, is it? Millen? Sprinkle. You guys have such great names. I'm sorry I, like, keep getting distracted by this, but... Ah, Benjamin. Ending our run of Bens with a Benjamin. Neat. So yeah, this was Super Mario 35. We did everything today. Thank you for listening. If you're a fan of Ben Shapiro or Ted Cruz, or not Ben Shapiro, Jordan Peterson or Ted Cruz, I'm not sorry for railing on them. They're very easy to make fun of. I'm sure I'm equally easy to make fun of. Please do make videos about how dumb I am. That would be awesome. That's kind of a little tangent though. Thank you for watching, everybody else. I'm glad you're still here with me, I guess. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.